to participle practice for today. And today we're going to practice unscrambling to imitate and combining to imitate sentences. The reason we do these practices is really to have practice putting phrases and clauses together in different ways, to putting sentences together in different ways. So when you're revising or crafting sentences, you'll have lots of choices in your writing toolbox. So the first practice in your journal, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like in a minute, but the practices are, so the sentence would be, so in the model and the scrambled list, identify the participle phrases. Next, unscramble and write out the sentence parts to imitate the model. Finally, write your own imitation of the model and identify the participle phrase. Okay, so participle phrases here. The elephant was tearing up bunches of grass, beating them against his knees to clean them, and stuffing them into his mouth. So I underline them. Then you do the same for the scrambled list. Okay, chopping them with their teeth to soften them. So on pieces of garbage, chopping them with their teeth to soften them. The mice were dining and sniffing them for fresh scents. Okay, so underline those. And then I put them together in a sentence that imitates the sentence structure here. So the mice were dining on pieces of garbage, chopping them with their teeth to soften them and sniffing them for fresh scents. And so I put those together, and then you write your own fabulous sentence. So the players were handing out baskets of equipment, comma, don't forget your commas, sorting them by team colors to organize them and placing them into the crates. So there are lots of ways you could put this sentence together, but this is just one way that we are practicing putting sentences together. And then, so when you go to your journal, you'll have a practice like that and a practice like this, combining to imitate. So we have the gulls, I don't know why that's capitalized, the gulls circled and swooped, crying out in cold, hungry squawks. So again, you underline, the participial phrase, and you look at this sentence. So these are really helpful for revising. Look at this list of sentences. The children swam and the children giggled. The children were leaping through the waves in the summer surf. And by combining, you can get rid of a lot of unnecessary words. So by imitating this, the children swam and giggled, leaping through the waves in the summer surf, crying out in cold, hungry squawks, you're able to clarify your writing and get rid of some repetition that isn't effective. Sometimes repetition is, it's not here. And then same, just another practice. The train slowed and the train stopped. The train was screeching loudly from the responding brakes. And then you can get rid of some extra words and have a different way to write a sentence. The train slowed and stopped, screeching loudly from the responding brakes. And so when you go into your journal, hold on, I've got to get rid of that stuff. And I've got lots of windows. So your practice 2, unscrambling to imitate, is the dinosaur had spit into his eye with acidy foam, and as he realized it, the pain overwhelmed him and he dropped to his knees, disoriented completely, wheezing breathlessly. So you are going to take all of these sentences or phrases or sentence parts and imitate this sentence, and then you write your own imitation of the model. So you'll have 2 sentences, these put together, and then try it yourself on your own. And then the third one, combining to imitate, is in your journal. Same thing, you'll identify the participial phrases, present and past. So hating himself, repulsed by what he was doing, Harry forced the goblet back into Dumbledore's mouth and tipped it for Dumbledore to drink the remainder of the horrible potion and sighed. So you'll combine these and you'll see you can get rid of some words. You don't have to use every word in this when you're combining. You can get rid of extra repetition. So you'll use these and then you write your own imitation. So again, you'll have 2 sentences there, and that should be in your journal, writing journal. All right, have fun with participles.